Alright, so this is number 3, and again we're simplifying. So this is probably our nastiest looking one, but again we're going to do one thing at a time, have a lot of steps, and each one we're going to make it a little bit simpler. So first thing, let's deal with this 2 out here. So we're going to rewrite this first part the same. So you have x squared y z to the 6th over x to the minus 3rd y squared. And then if we distribute in that 2, we'll have x to the minus 2 y to the 4th z squared. And again, since this whole thing is in parentheses, we have to distribute to this x as well. So we'll have x squared. Now I'm kind of going to do 2 steps in one here, but you can split these into 2 if you wanted to, and that'd be just fine to keep that systematic approach. But I'm going to put these 2 together, and I'm going to put my negative exponents, I'm going to flip them and make them positive. So I'll have an x squared, this x to the negative 3rd I'm going to put on the numerator. So we'll have x cubed, and then y, z to the 6th, and then y to the 4th, z squared. And that's because, so notice I skipped this x to the negative 2nd. I'm going to put that on the denominator in just a second. And that's all going to be over x squared. Remember we got rid of this, we put that on the numerator. We put that on the denominator. So x squared times x squared times y squared. Right, so I just took this and put it on the denominator, and I left these 2 alone. Now this may not necessarily look simpler, but now we've got a whole bunch of bases up here just multiplied by each other. So then we can just add those exponents. So let's look at our like bases. We got an x, we have an x, and that's it up here. So we'll have x to the 5th, just adding 2 plus 3. Now let's look at we have a y and a y to the 4th, so that'll get us y to the 5th. Again, just adding those exponents, 1 plus 4. And then z to the 6th times z squared. We're going to add the 6 and the 2, get us z to the 8th. And that's all going to be over. We have x squared times x squared will get us x to the 4th, y squared. Okay, so now that does look a lot simpler. So now we are going to simplify our exponents that are, our bases and our exponents that are divided. So if we have an x to the 5th up here, that's like we have 5 x's on the numerator, we'll have 4 x's on the denominator, so we're going to be left with 1x on the numerator. You also could think 5 minus 4 would be x to the positive 1, so it's going to go on the numerator. Now let's look at our y's. If we have 5 y's on the numerator and 2 y's on the denominator, we're going to be left with 3 y's on the numerator. Again, you could say 5 minus 2 will get us y to the positive 3rd, so it would be on the numerator. And then the z is just going to stay the same, so we'll have z to the 8th. And that's as simple as we can get. So again, we started with this big mess. We did one simple operation. We put in this 2, distributed that to all of those terms, and then we just multiplied across, and we changed our negative exponents to the other side and made them positive right there. And then we just looked at our like bases that were divided by each other, and we were able to simplify to x times y cubed times z to the 8th, and that's it.